The intuitive experience. Have you ever been to one of those popular seminars where participants are asked to firewalk over hot coals? It's usually an amazing event that leaves people stunned. But the Silva method has its own version of the firewalk, and it's something very different. Students are paired up and they're told to function psychically with each other. This means students experience perceiving information and facts about other people and objects unknown to them through their mind's eye. At our seminars, students do these group exercises with other participants, whereas users of our home study course can go through the exercises online. The first exercise is performed on the very first day of class and is called the psychometry exercise. Here you're paired up with a fellow classmate, someone that you've never met before, and each of you will be asked to use a piece of newspaper to wrap up a personal object belonging to you. It could be anything from a wedding ring to a pen or a keychain. Your partner will then use the Silva centering exercise to enter into the theta level of mind. Then, the object will be placed in your partner's open palm, and they'll be asked to describe every thought, feeling, or idea that comes to them with regards to this object. At this point, something amazing happens. Your partner will begin to pick up on things about you or the object that they would have no way of knowing. For example, in California's San Francisco Bay Area in March of 2004, one participant doing this exercise reported seeing herself in the sky floating through the clouds, and when her object was unwrapped, it turned out to be a plane ticket. In the same class, another man held up an object and said, "All I see is the number 8. When the object was unwrapped, it was revealed to be a keychain with an 8-ball on it. Now I have to stress here that because you'll be doing this exercise on the first day, you may or may not experience intuition to this strong of a degree. But on day 2, you'll go through a second exercise where these results will become much more common. The exercise is called caseworking, and it often leaves participants with shocked looks on their faces. Once again, you'll be paired up with a member of your class, but this time, each of you will be asked to write down the name, age, gender, and location of 3 people you know. After going into the theta level, the details of one of your partner's 3 chosen people will be read aloud to you. You'll then be asked to talk immediately and describe everything you see in your mind. Incredibly, you'll find that the images and descriptions you see in your head are in fact very accurate. Here are just a few examples. One lady said the woman she was asked to describe looked normal and happy in every way, but had a black hole in her stomach. Upon further investigation, it was found that the woman had just gone through a hysterectomy. In another class in Anaheim, California, a 12-year-old boy identified a woman who was pregnant with a male child. But he didn't stop there. He also predicted the date at which the child was to be delivered, and months later, he was proven to be correct. Needless to say, his parents were awestruck. In another class in Los Angeles, a participant said, "All I see is the Pillsbury Doughboy with a big cut on his stomach." The woman he was asked to see had suffered from obesity and just gone through a procedure for liposuction. And yes, she did have a scar on her stomach from where the fat had been recently removed. So what kind of images can you expect to see? The images and symbolism that people experience in these exercises is unique and depends on their knowledge and perception of the world. But regardless of how they see it, the information they're able to give is remarkably accurate, especially given how little they know of the cases. And every caseworking session ends with the healing session, where you'll be asked to give healing energy to the people you've just worked on. And as Jose Silva instructed, this is done in a very respectful manner. No participant is allowed to get information that could be used against others or that people may want to keep private. One of the interesting things about caseworking is that it gets better with practice. Basically, after your first 5 sessions, you'll be asked to review your hits and misses, then focus on your hits, bring them to mind, and celebrate them before working on the next 5. Through this method, your accuracy can be really good by the time you reach 50 cases. And at this point, the level of psychic ability you're able to display will change the way you function in the world. And as I've said earlier, the vast majority of participants experience intuition in their very first class, but due to time limitations, people are only able to do 5 to 10 cases in that first day. but further practice is available through study groups around the country and through Silva's online intuition training software called the Silva ESP Enhancer, which is available for all class graduates as well as buyers of the home study course.